I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Tuesday, May 21st, set today by Chandler. Let's see what Chandler has. Two foreign articles, container and urn, shortly in a tent. Well, two foreign articles, I'm immediately thinking it's going to be some non-English words for the or a. So first ones I'm thinking of are L, Spanish for the, and der, German. Elder something. Shortly in a tent, container and urn shortly. Oh, how about under? Un, French for a, and der. I like that better because in a tent, under canvas, isn't that what they say? Oh, and a can be a container. Now, what is vase for? Oh, a vase or vase, if you prefer. Shortly, meaning we don't finish the word. Oh, well, that's a very nice start. A muted inventors represented as expressionless. And we're using all 15 letters. How many in a muted inventors? 6 and 9, so that is 15. So I think represented is how we should read this, and it's an anagram indicator, but I see we have under within a muted inventors, so maybe we're going to have two unders there. Well, what's expressionless under? Something like undemonstrative. Oh, I think we have the IV ending. Is that it? Do we have an A? Oh, of course, the very first word. I think that might actually be it. I'm not going to take the time to check it, but it looks like we have all the right letters. That's a great anagram. How about part of model taverna where a banker might get split? Well, just because of the D, I'm thinking this is a hidden word and it's delta. And somehow a banker is used as a synonym for a river. I'm not sure I've ever seen that before. Maybe I have and I've just forgotten it. I know a river has banks, but why would a river be a banker? And then is it really where a river, I suppose a river splits up before it goes out to the sea in a delta? Yes, I think that part is okay, but just banker, I suppose I'll have to file that one away. All right, sore husband out of sorts in Surrey town. Oh no, I'm going to have to know a town in Surrey. My English geography isn't that good. Reading would fit. But I think it's going to have an H for husband. I think it may be a word for sore. Oh, red could be sore. You know, your arm is red, it's sore. Out of sorts, I think that can be ill in English phraseology. So Red Hill, is that? I mean, I immediately think of the U2 song Red Hill Mining Town, and I don't think there's much mining going on in Surrey, is there? Maybe there is. I like that, but I'm just not sure it's it. Let me pause and look up Red Hill. My goodness, there are a lot of red hills. Dorset, Herefordshire, Nottinghamshire, Shropshire has, looks like 3, maybe they're all the same. Somerset, Staffordshire, Surrey, there we go, and Worcester. And then there's one in Australia, New Zealand, North Carolina, but that's 2 words. All right, I'm happy enough with that. Now let's finish these downs. Team without a Latin in charge has toxic element. Oh, I think it's going to mean something that has a toxic element, some adjective. Oh, and I think it's going to end with IC for in charge. Team can be a side. 11. What's without a Latin? Without can mean outside of. No. Oh, how about yes. Well, I was just trying to think of football teams beginning with A, and of course Arsenal. Um, so Arsenal, but without A, and I suppose L can stand for Latin. I'm thinking in a dictionary, if you look up a word and it says its derivation is from L, that's from Latin. So without AL, arson, and then in charge is IC. All right. Check accuracy of live data for broadcast. All right, so broadcast we see frequently as an anagram indicator. So live data, and it's going to mean check accuracy. I think that's going to be validate. Garment, oh, another one that goes all the way down. 12, associate with embroidery. Could it be stitch something? But garment, 12, associate. No, don't see it. Let's go back to the acrosses. Oh, we have lovely letters here. Set conundrums full of holes. Yeah, so the trick here is to read set as the past tense of the verb. So if you set conundrums in the past, you riddled, and if something is riddled, it's full of holes. Small, I think that's going to be the first S. Fib, about a rare, independent music maker. Well, I think it is going to be music maker, maybe independent music maker. Question mark makes me think that's in a funny way. Well, I'm thinking of a soloist you could describe as being independent, even though they're not really. They're working with the rest of the ensemble, but how would soloist work with the wordplay? A fib can be a story or lie about a rare. What's a rare? Yeah, no, I'm thinking we're going to have an A in this one. So is it an instrument maybe? What instrument begins S something L? No, don't see it. Brief statement from unspecified Tibetan say in hearing. Well, in hearing makes me think it's a homophone. And it's going to be, Tibetan say, I think, is saying somebody who maybe lives in the mountains, like a Highlander. We've seen something like that before. But unspecified. Could that be X, Y, or Z as a variable, but brief? So I think the definition is brief statement. Oh, a summation. Some Asian. Oh, that's terrible. I think most people pronounce summation with a T sound, T-I-O-N sound, shun, and not Asian. I think there's a difference. But anyway, we know the homophones are never exact. So I think that's it. Early signs of dew in very old trodden piece of turf. Oh my goodness. Could it be early signs? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to look to see if the starting letters spell out. Oh, yes. Dew in very old trodden is a divot, which when you replace your divot, you should, I suppose, tread on it. Okay, early signs of, I don't think I've ever seen that before as the starting letters. We usually see primarily our starters. But anyway, that was simple enough. Armored vehicle gets to fail completely. Okay, I think this is just a simple double definition, and a tank is the obvious armored vehicle. And if you tank, you fail. Let's go back to the downs. Toast for brood. There is, well, I want to say prost, but I think there's some other form of that in different language. And I'm thinking pro is for or in favor of. And to brood, I think like a hen might simply be to sit. Let me pause and look that word up. Apparently it comes from German, which in turn comes from Latin. I didn't think there was a lot of Latin influence in German, but I suppose they got everywhere, those Romans. Still nothing else on this. Oh, we do have a nice V there, so a sleeve. What else could a garment be with embroidery? No, not seeing it. Ooh, notice AA employee at work in tall structure. I presume AA is the Automobile Association and not Alcoholics Anonymous. Oh, I wonder if it could be a tower. Somebody who tows could be an AA employee, which is also tower. And so a tall structure is a something tower. What's that first word? Block, black, Alice, tower, notice, a notice, clock. Yes, a clock tower. Very good. I like that one. Ooh, so now our embroidery SW. Ooh, could it be an anagram of 12 associate? That's 6 plus 9. Oh, and it's going to be a garment, I think. I think with embroidery is maybe telling us to an anagram 12 associate. Let's try it. I hope I got the number of letters right. Oh, something waistcoat. Yeah, I'm thinking waistcoat, but what's the other word? We're going to use up both T's, but we're going to be missing the L. Oh, and we're going to have all three E's. So maybe it is there such a thing as a sleeve waistcoat? I've never heard of it. Let me pause and look that up. Well, my search didn't return a lot of examples of sleeve waistcoat, but the OED, unfortunately, you need a subscription to use it, but it does have sleeve hyphen waistcoat, so I'm going to leave it in and we'll see if the other crossing letters agree. Let's go back to the crosses. Cheat in part, sadly, lacking in quiet, grey matter. Ooh, so I'm thinking the first half of this is wordplay. When you see things in, or then something lacking. And I think grey matter might be the definition, but the question mark is telling me it's not necessarily brain cells. I think cheat in, I think part sadly might be saying to anagram part, but then saying lacking in quiet makes me think we anagram just art. And then do we put a word for cheat inside of that? Oh, going to need more, I'm afraid. It's projected as thing for wrapping food. I think this is just a double definition. Something that might be projected would be a film, and you would use cling film, I suppose, for wrapping food. Now let's go back to the downs. Resentful person, doing repairs, swapping France for Belgium. All right, so I think the definition is going to be a resentful, or maybe just, sorry, resentful. I'm thinking bitter, yes. So if you're resentful, you're bitter. We have to think that a person doing repairs is a fitter, very English word that, like a gas fitter. But we replace the F with a B, and we get that. Ooh, now our music maker ends in I. Oh, there can't be too many words. Small fib about a rare. I wonder if independent might simply be I at the end, and it is going to be a music maker. I'm thinking of a composer who I think we know chiefly nowadays from the film Amadeus and the play, Salieri. So the small is S, the fib is a lie. They go about A. And then rare is R and independent is I. All right, and we get our Salieri. All right, well, today's has been going very easily. Of course, famous last words. Maybe Chandler saved all the tough ones for the bottom. Let's carry on with the downs. Director on odd patrol, making percussive sound. Well, I was wondering if it might be the odd letters of director on. We have a good start with DR, but then we have CO. Making percussive sound, I want that to be drumming. Which I think a director might be DR. No, I don't know. That would be doctor. On odd patrol. No, not seeing it. Means of entry. Oh, this would be a good one to get. Considered initially in varied cases. I wonder if this could be means of entry. And we have to anagram cases. and put an extra C inside of it. And then we would get access. So that is a good one. All right. Now our cheat in part begins with A. Could it simply start art? Gray matter. No. Allegation. One that's harbored by reticent type. I think the definition is going to be allegation. Oh, that could be a claim. And one is the eye, which is harbored by a clam. All right, very feeble, writer backed by American agents and Irish priest. I think the American agents are going to be the CIA and Irish. Could it mean very feeble? A writer can be a pen, and if that is backed, then it might be NEP. But not seeing anything other than nepotism. All right, Bob left cyclists first off to find some fast food. I'm wondering if it could be Bob is the old name for a shilling, which is an S. And then maybe Bob is the S, and then either left is saying remove that S from cyclists, or maybe we put in LILSL, and then cyclists first off. Oh, maybe bikers. Could it be slikers? I don't think so. What's another name for cyclists? Or what's another type of fast food? Maybe sliders are those delicious little burgers. I'm getting to my lunchtime, so that does sound very good. No, I think I'm going to need some more. A line kept by a caste, making one bemused. Well, a line could be AL, and I'm thinking the middle word could be A, and it's kept by a caste. Ooh, A followed by a word for cast, which could be to throw. Oh, at a loss, does that mean you're bemused? I'm not sure it does. But I suppose at a loss for words, you're bemused. Not sure about that one. All right, one more across. We may as well do that. One might succeed. That sounds like an error. To get such information in advance time as guide at viewings. I'm wondering if it is a guide at viewings, like a if you go to an art exhibition and they give you the little program. Guided viewings. One might succeed could also be a son. To get such information in advance time. Guided viewings, something sight, something scout, something guided viewings. No, not getting it. All right, where did we finish with our... Oh, we do have an M there. So drumming is possible. Making percussive sound. Yeah, find some fast food. No, but now this would be engine something. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll leave it in for now, but we'll come back. Top, put round edges of strange, light-bearing container. Well, the edges of strange are the S and the E. Oh, excuse me, that's my tummy saying it wants some food. So we're going to have an S and an E inside it, and it's going to be, I think, a light-bearing. What is a light-bearing container? A gas lamp. What would you carry around with light? Oh, a torch, or a flashlight, if you prefer. No. New Zealand native for all to see on a pitch entering tense area. New Zealand native, I immediately think of Maori, unless it's some New Zealand wildlife, but for all to see on a pitch entering tense area. No. Unassuming in two ways. Oh, yes, I thought of a word for unassuming beginning with M, modest. And the first way is a mode, so one meaning of the word way, but the other is a public street, a way, ST, all right? And then silly way to end puzzle. Silly way might be an anagram of way, but that doesn't seem likely. Puzzle is so I don't know if silly is the definition or puzzle. Puzzle could be a verb. No, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, the second half was definitely tougher. That was that. That's our. What is a New Zealand native? Yeah, let me pause and think about that. No, I didn't come up with anything on that, but let me. I was looking again at cheat in part, so that's 11 letters. But then lacking in quiet might mean we take away the P, and that gives us 10. And sadly, then might. Oh no, cheat in part. Yeah, so sadly, I think it's the anagram indicator, but you have to take away the P. It's not exactly the order you're going to do it in, but I'm wondering if it's cheat in art anagrammed. Yeah. Is anthracite? Yeah, I think it is. Now, is anthracite? I would have thought it was black. I'm not sure about this. We're almost at the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to check this. It is right. That's a very tricky definition. Gray matter, anthracite. I don't like that one at all. All right, how about top, put round edges of strange, light-bearing container. No, not seeing it. I want to see again how drumming might be right. Director. Oh, director is simply D. Odd is rum. Patrol then would be Ming. No, so maybe, yeah, let me check this. Maybe I don't have the right ending. Drum beat, of course. Patrol is a beat. So maybe this is sliders. Let's try it. It is correct. So Bob, I think, is the S. Left is the L. Oh, cyclists are riders, of course, without the R. There we go. Well, I didn't know that sliders are well known enough to show up in a British crossword. That is good. So what? So if it is something put around the edges of strange, so what's a word for top? Top can mean to beat somebody, to outdo them. Can also just simply be the top part of something. Could be a spinning top. But I think I'm going to have to resort to wordplays.com and see what words fit this pattern. There's probably quite a few. Well, thank God I used wordplays.com because there was actually the very last of the first page of 20 matches is a word I've never heard of before, cresset, but it gave the definition of a beacon, and so I can see a beacon being a light-bearing container, and the word for top is crest, the crest of a hill, for example. All right. Ooh, so this ends in presumably TED. So I think very feeble. Emaciated has the CIA in it. Oh, the Irish priest is Ted, of course, Father Ted. The writer is me, which is backed or put backwards. American is A and then the CIA. So American is really doing double duty there in a way. All right. Oh, is this going to be some Maori word? Or is it just simply going to be a tense area? New Zealand native for all to see on a pitch. Oh, a pitch could be a note going inside tense area. Not sure about that. Oh, now our silly way to end puzzle. No, not seeing that. Ooh, yeah, so viewings here are viewing houses for sale, and somebody who might be your guide would be an estate agent, but I've no idea. Let's see. One might succeed to get such. I think that might be an estate. So that's a very long definition of the first word. And then agent, is information is Jen. In advanced is A and time is T. All right. Yeah, I feel this is going to be, yeah, some Maori word. I think I'm going to reveal this one. Tuatara. All right, let me look that up. The tuatara is a species of reptile native to New Zealand. Looks like a lizard, but it's not a lizard apparently. It's from the name for the Maori language and means peaks on the back. All right, so then how does the wordplay work for all to see on a pitch entering tense. Oh, tense might be taut, which is backwards. An area. No, I think we're going to have to rely on 15 squared. I wonder if silly could be in ain. And how is this way to end? You end the word puzzle in an E. Oh, that's very clever. I do take my hat off to that one. All right, let's have a quick look at 15 squared. All right, so today's blog is by Lunapic. No wonder I had this happy memory that Chandler has easier puzzles, because I see Chandler as the setter for the Quiptics. But this was first Cryptic since 22. Some general knowledge. Anyway. Oh, may have got carried away with the question marks. All right. So I think I understood all of the crosses. Didn't really have any troubles there. And then in down, banker in the clue refers to a river, not my favorite misdirection, but fairly common in cryptics. Okay, good to know. And then a sleeve waistcoat. Yeah, we'll see if people comment on that one. And then, so the Tuatara, U is the universal for all to see. I need to remember that. It has come up before, but it just hasn't stuck in my brain. On A plus, oh goodness, tar, which enters T for tense. I always forget that one, that is a valid abbreviation. Plus A for area. All right. Oh, Ronald, okay. Hadn't heard of sliders before. So, yeah, I did think that was more an American thing. Sleeve waistcoat. Mini hamburger. There we go. So Roger says they've become a trendy food item produced by the notorious US chain White Castle. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so quite a few people saying, yeah, and then of course I also was thinking of Prost. Yeah, so quite a few people not familiar with the sliders, so it definitely helps. I'm based in the US. And then, yeah, no one seems to be complaining about anthracite. I'll fail completely on Tuatara, so I'm not the only one. Oh no, this person says to me a slider is the ice cream. Oh yes, I remember we used to do that when we were kids. Slice the block of ice cream, put it between those two. Well, we had rectangular wafers. All right. Not much more to say about that, but happy to have a fairly straightforward one. Thank you, Chandler, and thank you for watching, and have a great day.